let's start with the Prepare SoCal program, and let's bring Kurt up to the front of the room, and let's all give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much for having us.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt Wilson, and this is Tamara White. We're here this evening. First of all, I'll introduce myself. I am the new community ambassador for the Red Cross for the Santa Clarita District. This is a new program that was developed with the LA chapter, actually the National Red Cross, in an attempt to have somebody that can communicate and represent with the local communities on a different level than, let's say, our chairperson at the Santa Clarita District Office, who deals mostly with disaster assistance and responses. So what my role is to come to meetings such as this, and city council meetings and other community events, to try to get the message across that we're currently promoting through the American Red Cross, which we call our Prepare SoCal. Now, I don't know if you've seen any of these promotions. You might have seen it on KABC Channel 7. And basically, it was launched in June 2012. It's a 3-year Prepare SoCal campaign. And the primary goals of the Prepare SoCal campaign is to increase our capacity in regards to sheltering and feeding. Now, obviously, we do a lot of partnerships here in the Santa Clarita Valley, as an example with the city of Santa Clarita. Donna Nuzzi, who's their emergency operations coordinator. We have a lot of shelters that are already set up through the school systems. Obviously, a lot of the high schools, because of their capability, with gymnasiums and, in some cases, showers and feeding capabilities. So we're always looking to increase our capacity in regards to sheltering and feeding. One of the other focuses is to increase the number of our disaster-trained volunteers. And right now, in the Santa Clarita District, we have 78 disaster-trained volunteers. Now, that doesn't mean that we only have 78 volunteers throughout the entire Santa Clarita Valley. I believe our volunteer base is now approximately, is it 130?
Oh,
I'm trying to remember that one number.
There's about 7,500 in LA County.
In LA County, okay. So one of my goals as a volunteer for the American Red Cross, and I've been a volunteer since 2010, and when I go to our district meetings, I notice that there seems to be a decline in attendance. And so one of the goals that I have over the next couple of years is to go out and communicate with our community and try to increase our volunteer base. So if anybody in the room this evening is interested, or anybody who's watching the webcast, we do have information available, and I'll get with Alan later on how we can distribute that information. But I do have with me this evening, these are kind of like my favorite little cards. We use these a lot in our special events, and it's just a simple little pamphlet that gives you the sort of just the ABCs on how to sign up to be a volunteer. It's a pretty easy process, and I don't know, there may be some volunteers here already. Is anybody here a volunteer for the Red Cross? Raise your hands. Not yet? Okay. So anyway, if anyone's interested in looking into that, I have some information. I'd be happy to hand that out before I leave. And the other thing is, in addition to increasing our disaster-trained volunteers, of course, is to continue to forge community partnerships and to help teach preparedness. Now, a lot of ways that we do that is we also have these great little pamphlet books that we call Emergency Preparedness Guide. And the basic scheme to that is get a kit, make a plan, and be informed. So having said that, I can also give these out to anybody here who'd like to have one of these. They're very handy. It gives you the list of things that you should have in your kit. Let me ask you another question. Who here actually has a bug-out bag or a emergency kit that you can grab and run in a disaster? There's 2, there's 3, okay. I know it's always a difficult task for people to actually put a kit together. Some people wonder, what do I really need to put in a kit? There's a lot of different ways to find out that information, obviously, on our website. I know recently, there's a new 99-cent store that just opened up here in the Valley. I know that there was a partnership with the Red Cross, and they had like a basic kit list that you could actually go in a 99-cent store with the list in a little basket, and literally everything's 99 cents each. So it's fairly inexpensive to put a kit together. So I encourage everybody here to try to do that. So in terms of our Prepare SoCal campaign, that's the sort of the short version. And as you can tell, I'm still learning the information here. Something else I'd like to share with you in the 3-year campaign goals is we want to strengthen our disaster response capacity. As an example, we want to increase the total number of shelter spaces, which we have now, and this is, I believe, is this Los Angeles County? Okay. From 210,000 to 500,000. So as you can see, over a 3-year period, that's a huge goal. We also want to increase the capacity to serve and distribute meals from the current 1.8 million to 4 million meals per day. Of course, we talked about increasing our volunteers. Right now it says 1,521. We want to try to increase that to 4,000. That's really the gist of that part of the program. So in terms of the Prepare SoCal program, does anybody have any questions or comments? Gentleman in the back.
Do you have a central office here in the Valley?
We do have a district office. Yes, it's located right next to the City Hall. It's in what I believe used to be a medical building. I think it used to be Basie, if I'm not mistaken. The Atrium Building, thank you very much. So yeah, that's our district office, and we have monthly meetings, and I can share that information again with Alan and the exact address and the times of all the meetings. So are there any other questions or comments regarding the Prepare SoCal?
You might want to mention that they do blood drives on Wednesdays and Thursdays normally. You might want to mention that they do blood drives at that same location.
Okay.
Wednesdays and Thursdays normally.
Okay, blood drives on Wednesdays and Thursdays?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, just so you know, the blood services of the Red Cross is not something that I'm directly involved in, but we do encourage people, especially now, March is American Red Cross Month. So if anybody is wanting to come in and donate blood, we're always open for that. But thank you for clarifying that. Okay, so in any case, I just want to give you a quick idea of what the American Red Cross has done over the last quarter in the Santa Clarita community, and this is for the period of October 1st through December 30th of 2012. Our disaster action team, which we call DAT, responded to 5 local disasters. We have 6 active youth clubs here in the Valley. As I mentioned before, we have 78 disaster-trained volunteers, and we conducted 44 blood drives, which equals to about 1,300 donations during that period. So, in summary, as I said, there's many ways to engage with the American Red Cross: blood donations, volunteering, which is really important. Also, hosting a preparedness education presentation, which maybe we can talk to some of the local organizations here in town, the Moose being one of them. And we're always welcome to hear about any events that are happening in the city that we can also attend. Where we just, we'll bring our 10 by 10 pop-up and, tables and chairs and just be part of the event to also help disseminate information and public awareness. And we also do encourage everyone to take CPR and first aid classes. That's always something that's important, and we encourage that. So, in summary, that's our purpose for coming down this evening, and we do appreciate the opportunity to do that. And Alan, I just want to make a personal commitment to you that this is not a one-shot deal. We're not just coming in and giving you our message and taking off. And I know that we were lucky enough to do a presentation to your advisory council a couple of years ago, if you recall. But now with this new community ambassador program, you'll be seeing a lot more of my hopefully handsome face. Thank you.
Oh, she has a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
2 questions. Does this team any way with the CERT people who have been trained with the city? And where do your teens come from your clubs? Do they come from high schools, junior high?
Mm-hmm. Well, as far as our youth groups, typically it's the high schools. And that would include all of the local high schools here in the Santa Clarita Valley. So each high school has their Red Cross Club. In terms of the CERT training, I think that was mentioned earlier, I don't know if that is directly connected to the CERT training that the American Red Cross offers. I mean, I might have to defer to Tamara on that one, but...
Yeah. Good question. Yes, we have a strong partnership with LA County, especially Citizen Corps, which one of the divisions of Citizen Corps is CERT. So we actually have CERT, LA Fire, LA Sheriff come to Red Cross and train in CERT, and we also basically just tell everybody that is a Red Cross volunteer or that is a volunteer in any capacity, whether they're responding to disasters every day, the DAT team he mentioned earlier, we do encourage them to get CERT trained. We also are implementing a new neighborhood program called Map Your Neighborhood. I'm not sure if anybody has heard of that, but we did not create it. It's from Emergency Management in Washington. So we actually do facilitator trainings. So it's for those individuals that really want to encourage neighbors to get prepared immediately following disasters, and we're able to provide that as well. So we can't do everything, so we do partnerships with large groups like CERT, and we love CERT, and we've done a lot of training with them as well. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Let's give it a
Thank you very much.